most of a common element available in the universe, the most of the abundant material available, that is in a singularity. It is not created, not destroyed kind of a thing. And hydrogen is a very vital region for the life and the evolution on Earth. So whether you take the water element or it is the plant sources, so from any of there you take the hydrogen, and hydrogen is also responsible for the outer universe and the inner universe, both, whether it is within you or outside of you, both of where the hydrogen is. And if you believe in the Big Bang theory, so the massively compressed black hole, that concept is where there the implosion has happened and the hydrogen atom has exploded all over the universe. And that's where that led to the life where the suitable conditions were. So in a very of a beginning, can we say that hydrogen is a source of a life? It is the energy, definitely. And it is a creator also, because it is responsible for growth and evolutions. So, so to talk on little on this, the spiritual of a connect, I will first invite Professor Amrindra Narayan Pandey on this topic. As I told you that he is director with the Spirituality Awareness Program, and earlier of which he was with Bhabha Atomic Research Center facility. He has degree in process equipment design and ME he has written many of her books on the joint interconnection of a science and spirituality together. Some of books I have listed over here, but it is more than 3,000 of a book he has written in the forms of the paperback, in the forms of the online ebooks and all, which is available through multiple of the publishers in and outside India. You can get to know about him on his website, yogicconcepts.in. So, and recently we had conducted a very informative webinar with him on the post-nuclear crisis management through yoga. That is also very important of a thing to talk in today's world when we are in a fear of such. So not to waste further the time, let's invite Professor Amrindra Narayan Pandey first to give little idea of that hydrogen and its production and its connect with them. So
actually, thank you very much for a nice introduction. This seminar actually on hydrogen, what we have organized, is a very vital subject, and naturally it draws the attention from all the angles. Everybody is very interested because the hydrogen will be, or surely it will be, a sort of replacement of hydrocarbons and all. This is because we are suffering from global warming because of carbon emission. So naturally, the other source of energy which will not produce a lot of carbon, or which will be minimizing the carbon emission, should be taken into consideration. So hydrogen is the most favorable fuel which is now being considered. In case of hydrogen, as soon as I have taken the subject, in case of hydrogen, we are very well known that hydrogen is plenty, it is available in a large quantity in interstellar zone as well as in planetary zone. All the planets, they are also having the hydrogen and helium. Because of that, hydrogen is very much available all over the cosmic atmosphere, and it is available here also, but indirectly. In this connection, we have to understand that how this hydrogen, as Mr. Amit ji was mentioning, that after Big Bang, this hydrogen came into picture. So once Big Bang happened, what scientists are telling, and in fact it is Big Bang is not one time sort of incidence, but it is going on regularly. So in that case, first how it happened, that time quark appeared, and quark was having only proton and neutron, and they went on combining. that makes the hydrogen first. And with that, we had plenty of hydrogen. In due course, there in the cosmos, that hydrogen formation got multiplied, and because of gravity, because of nebula formation, they become hydrogen got compressed, and then they become the helium. And what stars we are viewing, all are helium. So helium, and the sun is also one of the stars. So what happens that all hydrogen what we are produced in the cosmos, that gets converted to helium, and hydrogen is still present. So that way, in our interstellar system as well as in our planetary system, hydrogen is the major fuel for even for sun or for stars. That is already well proven by the science. Now, once there was a seminar at S VYASA during 2014, where a specialist of hydrogen or scientists working on hydrogen, they came to just have a discussion. And in that seminar, we were, I was also fortunate to participate. In that seminar, around 6-7 world top scientists who were working on hydrogen and anti-hydrogen, they were there. And from India side, from BARC as well as Ramana Institute, some of the people participated. In that very symposium, one of my friends, Dr. Abdanloji, he has presented a paper. That paper was mentioning that hydrogen and its isotope were found in Veda, and that was Krishna Yajurveda. And he had quoted one verse of the Yajurveda that Ekta, Dvita and Trita are the goddesses of water, and they came into picture, they came forward just after Havana or Yajna was completed in the cosmos. What does it mean? That they are hydrogen, and its isotope is the first appearance in the universe. And that Veda had all, there is a mention in Veda for that. And in that context, Ekta is a name is given, Ekta, Dvita, Trita, that resembles with the scientific name. Ekta resembles with hydrogen, and Dvita is deuterium in science, which atomic energy they use a lot of deuterium because of transforming the heat. And tritium, Treta is tritium. So sound is also resembling that way, and this way he was correlating that this mention is from Veda. After that we thought that okay, Veda is difficult to understand and go into depth. So we have started thinking based on the line of Upanishad. In that Upanishad, what we found, that is the Upanishad called Sita Upanishad, in the name of Mother Janaki, who was the daughter of King Raja Janak, as well as the wife of Lord Rama. So there it was mentioned that who is Janaki, and what is her work, and what is her power. In that Upanishad it tells. So that Upanishad clearly mentions that Janaki or Sita is the first cause of the universe. And the first element in the universe was found as hydrogen, that we know from scientific angle also, that there is a table, it's a periodic table, in that hydrogen is the first element. So after formation of the hydrogen, because of this gravitational force, the same thing became helium, and helium is shining stars. So this kind of concept, what Abdanluji has given, is quite okay, as well as in Sita Upanishad is also mentioned. The beauty of the Sita Upanishad is there, that there it is a very clearly mentioned that Sita as a nature, as a Prakriti, is very much responsible for giving the is responsible for giving the fuel to the outer atmosphere as well as inner atmosphere. Outer atmosphere means the sun is also having the fuel as a hydrogen, and the stars. So that is outer atmosphere. And inner atmosphere means when earth and below the earth, this hydrogen comes as a water, because hydrogen is a very reactive element. It reacts, it forms whenever another element comes into picture, it reacts. Whereas helium does not. Helium is a non-reactive form. So that way we see that outer atmosphere and inner atmosphere both are having plenty of hydrogen. And in that Upanishad also indicates that Sita has got the power, that three kinds of power, Shakti. They call the power of action, power of desire, and power of knowledge. In that sloka it is given that Iksha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and Jnana Shakti. So what we find that scientists, they could explore the power of action somehow, but the power of desire and knowledge is yet to be taken out, or is yet to be explored. So that kind of work is still remaining, and people can, especially intellectuals or scientists, can make use of that. Hydrogen could be isolated very easily, and for that now scientists, they are using as a sort of electrolyzer. And electrolyzer, they could find out that two kinds of electrolyzer is useful for them. One is hydrogen based, means it is completely, we can say that alkaline with proton, means a sort of membrane. Alkaline proton membrane is one kind, other is alkaline ion membrane. So these two kinds of electrolyzer is quite helpful, but getting them is a little costly affairs. So for that can also be solved with the help of Upanishad, and especially with the help of meditation process. Because in meditation what happens, there are four major links of or limbs of meditation. When the meditator goes in the alpha phase or theta phase and delta phase, there is a lot of changes in their inside the blood or inside the brain, we can say, because all the changes happening in the brain. So brain there, they get the changes, and that formation of beta brain size, there is a alpha, theta, and delta formation of brain wave, and that brain wave produces sort of good amount of protoplasm, and those, if when lower kind of meditator can give lot of a sort of droplets, or can give the protoplasm, which can be used for like a membrane, which can be used as a catalyst for the membrane, and that will be of proton, hydrogen-rich proton, or even hydrogen-rich ion. That is already what they are using nowadays. So this kind of process we can use, we can get from meditator side, as well as the Sita Upanishad, other two Shakti or power, what we said, that is desire, power of desire and power of knowledge. Then those domains can be extracted or can be explored. That way also we can get a good sort of knowledge, or we can get a good limbs for getting very, very economic form of hydrogen. Because hydrogen has to be separated from other carbon element or from oxygen element. H2O means oxygen has to be separated from H, or when hydrocarbons, their carbons have to be separated. So if this kind of process is well developed, then naturally plenty of hydrogen is available in the form of water, or when in the form of hydrocarbons or biomass. So those can be extracted, and then it will be a power, it will be a source of energy for in future, further improved. Thank you.